Learning Languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital.
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Mordfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek! We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula gidelim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant. Okay. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout Geoguessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Man. Igen. Jo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangba, okay, Bangbas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré, des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré, des généraux dégénérés. Facile.
Sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer or what? Here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, what sounds vaguely like Hogun and the hok in Hogun in Korean or waku in Japanese, and that proves it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, ça son chassé. Ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt.
Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo Geoguessr, y hablando de idioma, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más.
Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos.
Oh, I see. This is Dikhe Ishai Fui, which means do you want food? But yeah, are you hungry? That's also. How are the boys? Cine Tahor. Poso Milao. Pote. Buenese. Proteine. Utros. Protopulo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously.
Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Monsieur. Livre. Liwe, livre.
Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator of lost texts, and I see I screwed up the arrangement of my, here, let me fix this. Hello, Badger. Hello, Erica. Supposed thing, Jima, and there we are. Okay, I am visible now. That's nice. It helps. Visibility is useful. Just adjust. Okay, here we go. And before we get started, I've got to just say I'm dealing with a kind of complicated situation over here. And the result of that is that you may at some point hear the creepiest, most fucked up, most just worst default ringtone of any mobile I have ever encountered in my life. And I'm going to have to take a break when that happens. That's also why we're getting a bit of a late start here. But since we're here, how's everybody getting on? I'm gonna just get, now that we've got the windows more or less where I need them, we're gonna play some Geoguessr. Haven't played this in a bit. Let me see, where's World? I like to play World. Ah, there we go. World's already there. Okay. Let's do this. They've changed the layout. It's been so long, it's changed the layout on me. Okay. What have we got here? No, I did not. What was it about? Okay, that number plate, kind of hard to say, actually. A lot of places have that kind of number plate shape. Is anything written on it? Hallo, Lukas. $33.496. So viele Lukasse gibt es. Oder Lukeser. Alles schön durchnummeriert. Where are you joining us from, Lucas? Ah, è una domanda complicata. Complicata assai. Oh, that sounds very interesting. I will definitely have to check that out. Thank you for letting me know about it. Okay. Looks like we're someplace left side driving. Fiat. Okay, that could be Italy, that could be other places. I mean, yeah, left side driving isn't Italy, so that definitely worth checking out. I mean, are we gonna get some signposting around here? Oh, good, good. Riveroon is very helpful like that. Oh, wait. And now that looks like right side driving. Fix it again, Tony. Fun fact. There used to be two kinds of Fiat. There was the Italian Fiat, and the People's Republic of Poland had their own Fiat. Completely unrelated. Don't know what happened to it after the People's Republic of Poland stopped existing. But, I mean, if you watch... I know this because I have watched this East German detective show, and every once in a while they will mention that somebody's driving a Fiat, and I'm like, okay, were that many Italian imports around? And then so I looked into it, and it turned out, no, they're Polish imports. Okay. Very hot. Okay. I mean, beautiful scenery here. It'd be really... Okay, the roads are not in great shape. But that doesn't actually narrow things down either. Sieht irgendwie JWD aus. Ganz weit draußen. I mean, possibly South Africa? Possibly someplace else. I mean... Yeah, I mean... Asia would be a possibility. Something about these, walls. Makes me think Asia, possibly, but... I mean, wherever it is, there's no bloody signposting. Which complicates things for me. So let's just keep having a little explore, shall we? Eventually, we're bound to come to something that tells me more than the vegetation. Autorici. Pordenone, Italy. Yeah, the walls made me think Japan, the cars did not. You don't really see a lot of Fiats in Japan. And this says Autorici Pordenone. So that is making me think probably Italy. Riserva naturale Bosco di... Let me see if I can get in closer. Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely an Italian speaking place. Bosco di Malaberra. Hard to read, but okay. So Pordenone seems like a pretty good place to start. It is some sort of like national park, forest kind of thing. Thinking more north end of Italy. Trying to remember where Pordenone is. I know I've seen it before. Grindelwald, Varese. I'm not sure exactly how they do that. Pordenone. Yeah, here we go. So now, some sort of riserva orientata. Those are usually dark green, and you can see them from being... See, Parco Nazionale delle Dolomiti Bellunesi. Of course, the thing is, we're in a national park, and people travel to go to those. So, Pordenone does not necessarily mean Pordenone. It could mean somebody traveled all the way from Pordenone to check this out. So we're gonna have a little bit more of a look. Actually, yeah, why not? We'll just put it someplace near Pordenone and hope for the best. Yeah, okay. No, we were way wrong there. It's in Sicily. Yes, they did not travel. This was not by. I was right. They traveled all the way from Pordenone to check out Sicily. So 2683, not my best result. Okay, we got more northerny feeling vegetation. Buy a house, sell a house, as is, no hassles, cash. 603 area code, 7-digit phone number. Actually, Swiss has four. It has 4 official languages because there's also Rhaeto-Romanic, but that's only really spoken in one part of Switzerland. There's one canton that speaks it. Yeah, we got North American style mailboxes here. Don't know where 603 is in the world of area codes. Yeah, definitely seems likely. And the only time I was ever in Switzerland was, all I saw was Zurich Airport, so... RSA. Revised Statutes of Alabama, maybe? What? Okay, let me see. What other... Because that is definitely a state code. Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas. Not entirely sure. Kinda could be any of those, though I tend not to think it's Alaska. Yeah. Yeah, now we can be absolutely certain we are in the US, because there are only 2 countries in the world with speed limit signs this shape. Canada and the US. And Canada says maximum. Basically, the entire rest of the world has circular signs with a red circle and then a white background in the middle. Yeah, I'm not thinking Alaska either. I was just... RS is almost certainly revised statutes. I mean, unless of course it's revised statutes annotated, which is possible. Although usually the way they do those abbreviations would be state name revised statute, so ARS, ARS. Although maybe since there could be various countries, various states that letter could refer to, they decided to do it differently, or maybe they didn't want it to be ARS. Also a possibility. Yeah, I'm thinking either Alabama or Arkansas. I mean, Arkansas certainly has plenty of forest. I saw both Legend of Boggy Creeks. Arkansas's got plenty of forest. Yeah, but two start with A. Well, wait, no, Rhode Island starts with R. Yes. And if you get the Boggy Creek reference, then you probably are an MST3K fan. Okay, I'll be here for a bit. Oh, well, welcome back. Notionally. Well, I mean, the official name is even longer than that, as I learned when I made a stopover at Providence Airport. MST3K does, Rick. There's actually a clip I've been meaning to get for the evening stream from... yeah. Yeah, they do both of the Boggy Creeks. One of the Joel episodes still, where it's like, I think it's called Lost Continent, and there's this guy, his accent is supposed to be Russian but isn't, and he says something like, a country cannot survive without the respect of the world or its people. And Tom Servo goes, it's never hurt the good old US of A any. And I've thought that I should totally clip that for the stream, for the evening stream. But I've just never gotten around to it because all sorts of shit's going on. It's, as I said, a complicated sort of situation. Yes, RIP. Although I heard there actually, I remember there being some sort of initiative a couple of years ago to get rid of Providence Plantation because, like, reasons. Fairly obvious reasons. I don't know if they've ever done that. Okay, I may have to take a little break. Actually, I'll be right back.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
還元一級の先というのは本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up, and it is time to pick another language. Morförrätter än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back.
ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Uyum. Fun fact. Turkish, hello Shakespeare, how you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil, the same word fil as this, meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is sword, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout Geoguessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10:159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Month. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bakva, okay, Bakvaz is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer.
Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, I have to say, I remember, I've always been kind of, like, obsessed with maps and stuff like that, and I remember I had this little globe, fairly old globe. Yeah, it had such, countries on it as British
So, and Formosa. And I remember I was looking, I had heard that Rhode Island was the smallest state. And I wanted to find it on the map. Nobody showed me where it was just kind of mentioned. And I was very disappointed when it turned out it actually wasn't an island. It's like, what's this bullshit? Oh, thank you, Badger. I saw somebody recently, a meme, welcome back, where they had said woke stands for would offend Klansmen easily, and I thought that was pretty good. Actually, there's a meme that I have absolutely no idea what the use case for it was, but I think there's potential for it. Lost dog. Do not chase. I'll try. I just feel like something could be done with it, and I have no idea what. And it's, Gowron Hubbard. I don't quite know what you could do with it, but, like, it seems like something could be done with it. New Hampshire, okay. Cold Texas. I once accidentally ended up in New Hampshire. Like, okay, years ago, I was having, like, easily, I have to say, like, sort of the most, like, romantic week of my life. I had dated this woman a couple of times when she was in Kentucky she was, like, doing some campaign work or something, and we ended up having a couple of just amazing dates, and then she went back up to Worcester, where she was a smithy. She had just finished at Smith, and she was going to be visiting some friends up in Worcester in this neat little attic place that they lived in. And so, she invited me up there for a week. And we ended up, I mean, it was amazing. It absolutely rocked. It's where I actually started to appreciate cricket, because we watched Lagan, which is an amazing movie. And I mean, if you're looking for Hindi comprehensible input, incidentally, Lagan's good. Lagan, I mean, and also, I mean, if you aren't familiar with cricket, it will help develop an appreciation for why people like it. No jumping or diving. It's that movie is a meme in itself. Like, if you go to like Indian cricket chat rooms when there's an England-India match on, everyone will be like, you know, agar haaregi to teen guna lagan. You know, if we lose, it'll be triple lagan. Although, like, India losing to England doesn't happen much. Hopkinton. That feels a little suffix heavy. But, so, we decided we wanted to go into Boston and just hang out there one night. And we did. And the thing is, getting into Boston and getting out of it is complicated. And this is the days of MapQuest. We had printed directions and stuff. 5 Rivers Conservation. So, anyway, so we had a good time in Boston, and then on our way back, we screwed up.
It's someplace covered by the Five Rivers Conservation Trust, anyway. So anyway, we missed a turning on the interstate on the way back up to Worcester. Got turned around, got back on at the in the wrong direction. But it was the middle of the night, and we were mostly concerned by the fact that the defroster on the car didn't work. This is in like December in Massachusetts, and we had to drive with the window open. Plus, it was like 2 in the morning, and she was starting to fall asleep at the wheel a couple of times, a little bit. But so yeah, we did not realize until far too late where we were. In fact, we didn't see it until we got to the we saw a sign for the New Hampshire Welcome Center. And yeah, we were in Exeter, and both of us at that point really needed to pee. We go into this petrol station that's there, and we're like, could we just use your bathroom? And they're like, nobody can use our bathroom. It's completely filled up with tobacco products. It's being used for tobacco storage. They show it to us, like boxes all over the place. And so we go into the New Hampshire Welcome Center trying to figure out like how the hell we got to New Hampshire and what we do about it, other than just go south, I guess. And we get some directions to figure out what's going on. And we get out of the car park, and we immediately get stopped by a cop. And this is at 4 in the morning now, and it isn't our car either. It's neither of us. Her ex lent us the car, and we're interstate with it. And we're sitting here driving. This cop comes out and he's like, you know why we pulled, you know why I pulled you over? And she starts going and confessing to shit she shouldn't be confessing to. She's like, I imagine, I guess we were speeding a little bit for a while back there, and yeah, just like completely confabulating because she was also she was like barely awake. Yeah. And he's like, no, your headlamps are off. Because it was the first lit road that we'd been on in ages. We had, like, for 2 hours, everything had been dark. And then suddenly it was actually, you know, lit up quite brightly. And, yeah. So he's like, when we see your license and registration, and it's like, well, okay, but it's somebody else's car that we're interstate with. And so it's not going to be the right name, and I'm sitting here like, okay, what the fuck? This is, you know, how is this going to end? The guy he was a very friendly armed man stopping us. Like, unusually polite, I have to say, like most polite cop I've ever been stopped by. Satan's Kingdom? There's a town in New Hampshire called Satan's Kingdom. Wow, I want to go to Satan's Kingdom. Bucket list. I hope there's a sign for it so you can like pose by welcome to Satan's Kingdom. I'm in the wrong state. I've been in Vermont the whole bloody time. Good old Satan's Kingdom.
49.79. Okay, this feels like Japan. This just immediately, this road, well, we got these buildings here. This feels like country Japan. We are no longer anywhere near Satan's kingdom, alas. Okay, I mean, mountains, that doesn't say much. Like the whole interior of the country is mountains. Mountains is everything. So, country Japan. Aw, thank you. Yeah, okay, driving on the left-ish side, although it's a one lane. That makes me think Japan. Meiji. Gyunyu ni soudan da. It's utters and it wants to talk to milk. Yeah, this is absolutely Japan, 100%. Gyunyu.com. It's just a website called milk.com. Satan's Kingdom, Vermont. Yeah, I mean, absolutely Japan. There's, I mean, the signs are in bloody Japanese. Abunai! Yeah, well, the mirror and the stuff being in Japanese and the mountains, it's too blurry to read that. It would probably say at least what prefecture we're in. What we need is a rounded off, beveled triangular sign with a number on it. Or a hexagonal sign with the number on it that would give the prefecture, possibly. I mean, this could be Nagano, this could be Ibaraki. I mean, Ibaraki isn't quite as mountainous. I mean, it's country, but it's country Japan. That's a lot. That's a lot of ground, actually, by Japanese standards. I mean, this could be a lot of places. I'm not thinking it's in Hokkaido, just because Hokkaido is the one prefecture where you will see these signs with an arrow on it. Hanging above, hanging just over the edge of the street, and that's because it's to indicate where the edge of the road is when it's snowing. Okay, we've got construction. Okay, here we go. Onegai. ご迷惑をおかけしております。We are annoying you. We are causing you trouble. 工事中。Under construction. ご協力をお願いいたします。福岡県。福岡だ。Well, I want to go to the unincorporated community of Satan's Kingdom. 福岡. And it's too blurry around there, but we know it's Fukuoka. What is that? Kyosai? Toka, そういうようなもんだね。だよね。でも福岡だ。一旦は福岡。Goodbye, Satan's Kingdom. Dazaifu, Nogata, Iizuka, Tagawa, Miyakocho, Yukuhashi. Okay. Heisei. Oh wow, this is a while ago. This is still Heisei. We're in Reiwa now, because Heisei abdicated. They actually had to change the law to allow him to abdicate because he did not want to be. He did not want to be associated with the Abe government and what the Abe government was doing. So
he abdicated. And they had to change the law to allow him. Yeah, Catamount Drive. I saw that when I was trying to zoom in on it. Which is, I mean, that name rocks. Silver House. Okay, so someplace in Fukuoka. Denwa no kinyu. Phone finances. Kanda-cho. Okay. We're someplace called Kanda. And it's Kama? Toho kie dattari Nakagawa. Tsukushino. Okay, I feel like we're probably not right by Fukuoka-shi just because just way too country. Koga Shingu Miyawaka Kurate Shinyu Fukuchi Ishiharamachi Kanda-cho 神田城ってどこだ？聞いたことねえわ。岡垣千鳥 Okay. Well, hopefully we will get a prefectural... We will almost certainly get a prefectural route around here. When we get a prefectural route number, that's a hexagonal sign. Then we can narrow this down. Skizaki. Skizaki. Te. Ah, the weather has improved. Neat. Speedを落とせ. Reduce speed now. Here we go. Prefectural route 254. Kendo 200. 54号24号線 254. Okay, 560, 49. $575, 137. It's almost leet. It's just let. 595. 442. No, that's a national highway. Miyawaka 500 285. Okay, we got 200s around here. 202号線288 93 81 70だったりOkay. What was it again? 254 is what we're after. Kurate. Okay, 27号線. Nakabaru. There's 262, 223, 258. Okay, here we go. Hatabu. 248, 259. Ayaragi. Yasuoka. Fukue. Utsuishimo. Shimonoseki. Shimonoseki. It has its own dialect. Shimonoseki ba. Chuzan. でも、目をそらしちゃった。東北町。269. No, I didn't want restaurants. I wanted... Bloody hell. Okay, gets back to Fukuoka. Okay, see you in a bit then. Kannamachi. I mean, I don't see a body of water around here. And 258, 259. Bachingeria. Wait, this is Yamaguchi-ken. Okay, yes, so I screwed up there. I was so focused on the numbers, 225, that I did not notice that I had left Fukuoka. Where I must say the numbers don't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Oh, there's 250. Kawara, Yukuhashi, 252, 253. Here we go, 254. Yukuhashi no chikaku. Okay. じゃあ。下崎。信長。Skizaki. $49.98. Okay, not bad. Welcome back, Badger. Okay, this looks like the US. Until I saw those signs, I was fairly certain it looked a lot like Chile because of the colors, but this looks southwestern US to me. Someplace called Riverside.
I have this extra map out because I find it actually a bit annoying to use the Geoguessr map because it always like shrinks on you when you want it to stay open. Okay, so I feel like we're near an interstate. Wait, 5.2 meters. This isn't the US. This is Canada. Yeah, here we go. Maximum 60 kmh. We are in Canada. And all of a sudden, it's way greener than I thought than it looked initially, which is what made me think southwestern US. Okay, we are in a Canada. Which Canada, though? There's a lot of Canadas. Crescent Heights, Briar Park. Co-op place. No, not a co-op, just a place where you could have one. Okay, we are someplace in Canada. Box Springs Road? Just naming things after what? Mattress parts? Briar Park Road, Box Springs Road. I mean, it seems... I feel like we're probably, with all these different roads, not far from the Trans-Canada Highway, and that would be helpful. So the Trans-Canada Highway's signs will tell you what province you're in. Five 403 area code. Okay, I mean... Hang on here. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, okay. Alberta Motor Association. Okay, I was thinking Alberta. Okay, Alberta. I'm thinking probably not far from Calgary or Edmonton. Just judging from the sheer number of interchanges and stuff. Bow Island, Maple Creek, Oil. Lacombe. La Clabiche. Hey, Ada, how you doing? We are someplace in Alberta. Jasper. When you take the train from Toronto to Vancouver, it stops in Jasper for like an hour and a half. God, that place is gorgeous. Mountain View, Staveley, Claresholm, Vauxhall, Foremost, Elkwater, Bollockville. We're looking for a place called Riverside. Okay, maybe around Edmonton. I feel like we're probably near a major city, of which there aren't exactly a whole lot of them.
But let's see if I can find more. Oh, wait a second. What did that... Was that a route number that I just... No, it wasn't. That was nothing particularly helpful. Okay, we seem to be moving into someplace reasonably large. West Side Common, yeah. I feel, yeah, we're probably someplace near Calgary or Edmonton, but that doesn't narrow it down too much. You can tell, the farther west you get in Canada, the worse the French signposting gets. Like, Edmonton Station, like, everything on Via Rail Canada has to be bilingual. But the trouble is that in Alberta, you don't have a whole lot of people who are any good at French. And so the French signs are all wrong. Every single one of the French signs is wrong. They're misspelled, the word, you know, they use the wrong words, they're mistranslated. You can tell that you are a long way from Quebec. And even a long way from, I mean, Manitoba's got some, like, in Winnipeg, there's some French-speaking options. Yeah, I mean, Canada is, Canada... You can get across the border with a U.S. passport without any kind of visa or anything like that. And I think you've got 90 days. You can also apply for longer residency from within Canada. But they have this points-based system that makes it really hard. Of course, the thing is, I mean, it's a precarious and risky option, but theoretically, you can just kind of, nobody's really, like, people from the US, for the most part, will kind of blend in there. So if there's no other option, you can just kind of, you could probably just stay too long, overstay, and nobody would really notice. I mean, U.S. citizens are not a major, like, immigration enforcement priority in most places, unless the U.S. does something to really piss the government off in a country, which is the keg. Skinnies. Give me a route number or something, will ya? Alberta Beach. Cardiff. Always nice to know where they keep the spare Cardiffs. Gasoline Alley. That's a great town name. No notes. Neutral Valley. Oh, well, there's a town called Hayter. Bruderheim. Rivière Guibard. Okay, I'm just gonna guess. Oh wait, that's Saskatchewan. No. Out around here, maybe? Oh hell, it was right by Medicine Hat. 4077. I mean, I'm not too far. And MASH. Okay, this feels a lot like France. And Brasserie, Tabac, Café Noisette. Yeah, that is looking like I'm not wrong there. Someplace urban and French. Urban is nice because French route numbers on their roads have no rhyme or reason to them. Microcrèche, la Maison Bleue. Lycée Jacques Aubin Jacob quoi Jacobs aucune idée. Crèche aux Arts à Torah. École privée aux Arts à Torah. Okay. A Jewish private school apparently. And, oh, wait a second. Cool, mushroom. That isn't a mushroom. That is a guy pretending to be a mushroom. It's a guy pretending to be a tree, pretending to be a mushroom. Neat drawing. Okay, so... Palais du Peuple. Ok. Duquel? On est où? Orpi, Gorvizard. Rue des Cordeliers. Des Cordelières. We are not... I mean... So far, we have not seen a sign that actually tells me what... I don't know French area codes either. Okay, we are definitely in France and not another French-speaking country like Belgium, because it's .fr there. Connaît. Ascenseur, escalier mécanique, porte automatique. Occupe. Ah, more nice street art. On est à Paris, on est à... C'est quelle ville ça? L'atelier... Oh, we got a city bus coming up. That'll help. Except it's gone now. Oh, wait. Okay, I think we're in Paris. Wait a second. That says 13e arrondissement. Okay, we are almost certainly in Paris. Treizième arrondissement, c'est où? C'est plutôt central, je crois. Versailles, Noisy-le-Grand. 19e, 12e, Place d'Italie, Montparnasse. Olympiade. Quartier des Peupliers. Rive gauche. Geoguessr. Il était un square. Okay, there we go. Geoguessr. 13e arrondissement. $49.98. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a bio break now, and then I will be back. Let's see, first of all, how did I finish? That was the last round. 21,735. Not my best, but not bad. Not bad at all, out of 25,000. I will be back in just a few. Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Geoguessr Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Geoguessr Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital es...
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は、
Okay, we've leveled up, and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek! We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula gidelim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant. Okay. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Geoguessr Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Geoguessr Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ah c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, e sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout Geoguessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. None. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangvas. Okay, Bangvas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo sentito.
And I am back. And so, somebody in the Discord had mentioned in one of the resource channels that one potentially really good source of comprehensible input is game playthroughs. And they were absolutely right about that. So I was thinking for the next hour, we could look at some examples of that. I've got a number of options. I found some I've got all sorts of things that we can look at. I thought we might start out with one of my favorite channels, one of my favorite like Zulu learning channels, Zamani Zulu, who is using Microsoft Flight Simulator to as comprehensible input for learning isiZulu, a language that I have worked on and off. So you look a couple of those. Where's KSEZ? Which airport is that? KSEZ. Sedona, Arizona. Apparently we're flying out of Sedona, Arizona. Let me just get my chat window where I can always see it. Yeah, Zamani Zulu. Also, it's worth noting, big comprehensible input guy as well. He's I watched some interviews with him on natural languages, which is also just an excellent channel in both Spanish and English, talking about language learning and language learning resources and stuff like that. And he talked about how he learned he studied Zulu at uni and found that he could not really speak it properly at all as a result. It was like conventional methods. And then he started like finding, comprehensible input, watching like TV shows and whatever. And I mean, he's, as far as I can judge, as somebody who does not. Oh, I watched that a while back. How are you liking it?
Sanibona bafundi ninjani?
Sanibona.
I watched it like a year or two ago.
Ngiyaphila, ngiyabonga. Igama lami nginguzamani. Futhi ke namhlanje sizofunda isiZulu. Ngenkathi sidlala i-game ibizwa nge-Microsoft Flight Simulator.
And I actually understood. He said, you know, hi, how's everyone doing? I'm Zamani, and we're gonna learn isiZulu by playing a game. The game is Microsoft Flight Simulator.
So everyone, if you'd like to learn some Zulu, just stick around and listen lightly. Just pick up what you can. I'll try speak very slowly in isiZulu, and hopefully whatever I say will be made comprehensible by the context of what we...
Yeah, I mean, this is the exact idea. This is the whole idea of the thing.
What we have here. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
This is a game I've actually been interested in playing this. I've just never gotten around to it.
I-game mnandi kakhulu, realistic kakhulu. Asizame ke asingene manje kule game. Ngicela uma ufika
Oh, he's turned his own microphone on, apparently. He's echoing.
Zamani, thula zamani. So nazok. Uma ufika, ngicela usho igama lami sibani ngihlala
Yes.
Where do you
MS
live?
Flight Simulator, and he's playing it in isiZulu, which is a language. It's a lovely language. It just has beautiful vowels. It's one I have worked on I've worked on and off. Yeah, he's doing comprehensible input through gaming. He's done.
And where do you come from? Oh, sawubona mfowethu, look. Unjani mfowethu? Enhlo madala.
Igama lami ngingu ngihlala
Uthi uba khona uyaphila mfowethu, look. All right. Nazok. Asingene ke manje.
And notice one thing he does here for these in chat. This is, I've seen him do this in like live classroom TPRS kind of classes as well. He will have basic phrases that people might need up on the board so they can see them. And so that, like, if they want to ask us questions that they might be expected to ask, like how to say something in isiZulu, or, you know, basic things like, I see, igama lami ngingu is like my name is. Ngihlala ngivela. I think ngivela is like I'm from or I'm in. But anyway, so the idea is that you can stay within the language while at the same time remembering, you know, things that you don't know. Things, remembering basic, you know, key phrases and stuff like that.
Ngiyabonga. Captain.
We're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies.
So manje niyezwa lapha ukuthi mina ngiyafunda ukundiza.
Ngiyafunda ukundiza. Ndiza, okay, is flying. Then.
Ngiyafunda ukuthi kundizwa kanjani. Kodwa inkinga yami ngisebenzisa i-controller kuphela.
Ngisebenzisa i-controller.
Ukuthi i-control yami izoba kahle noma izoba kabi. Sizobona. Yeah. So.
This is your plane.
I mean, his pronunciation is gorgeous.
Cessna 152. Take a look around it.
Okay. So manje bias.
It'd be really cool if they actually, like, did dub. I mean, one of the things about, like, African languages is finding actual, you know, translations into them, like localization in them. It doesn't exist, really. Like, it would be so cool if Microsoft Flight Simulator would actually have all this stuff labeled in isiZulu and the instructor speaking in isiZulu and stuff like that. Welcome back. We're watching an example of some comprehensible input through gaming. isiZulu through Microsoft Flight Simulator. Ngizofunda isiZulu nge-Flight Simulator.
Easily switch to cursor mode.
Left
Cursor
kanje.
is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar. The toolbar is
Naso, okay. Hey, uthisha wami lo ukhuluma kakhulu. Yima thisha.
Itisha wami nkuluma kakhulu. The teacher talks a lot.
Kufanele
Uthisha,
sichaze
the teacher.
ngesizulu thisha. So manje uyasichazela ukuthi sizobheka kanjani ngizosebenzisa leso kudla yokubheka bese angithi
Ukubheka?
ngoba
I thought that was cooking.
ngisebenzisa kusafanele ngisebenzisa i-mouse ngoba
isiZulu is a language, it is very predictable in a lot of ways. Like, ukusebenzisa it comes from ukusebenza. Ukusebenza is to work. Ukusebenzisa is to use, which because it's to make something work.
ukuthinta ukucofoza lapha engifuna ukucofoza khona nazo oya uthulani igama lakhe niyabona bafundi kubhalwe ngu Luke
True enough, it is very Anglophone.
Liebenberg.
But the thing with African languages, even the things that aren't like extremely Anglophone, there just isn't any investment in translating into them. I mean, it's the same thing with like indigenous languages in a lot of places, really. I mean, you can't find this in Mapudungun or Quechua either.
Kodwa akekho Luke useshintshile igama lakhe nguThulani manje.
This is a game I've always wanted to try out as well, and have just never gotten around to. I think I might have to get it and just see what the language options are on it as well.
Mehlo madala impela siyaphila nathi mfethu Luke. Ngiyabonga.
Yeah.
Siqhubeke.
quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the basic controls panel.
Inhle le game niyabona izintaba laphayana amafu phezulu kunamafu inhle kakhulu. Okay, basic controls. Yebo.
The basic controls panel is
Okay.
a useful reminder of the button
Gonna
layout
skip ahead a little
devices
bit,
currently using.
so we actually get into the plane.
Ukubheka phakathi nebhanoyi e-cockpit ngizopressa lokho.
E-cockpit.
In front of you is the yoke, primary means of controlling the aircraft.
I can't hear the word cockpit without thinking about George Carlin. Yeah, actually, a few months ago, somebody on the stream recommended this video by the YouTube channel Africa is a Country, talking about the troubles that with African languages and how Afrikaans has sort of bucked the trend of of African languages being stuck in what they called the folkloric mode, and of course the reasons Afrikaans is not bucked that trend are in themselves actually quite fucked up and racist. But yeah, I mean, it's a problem. They all came to the conclusion in this panel discussion that the issue is, yeah, I mean, there is no real, there's no state level support financially for things like publishing in, the indigenous languages, for things like TV programming, except to a very limited extent, and, university level, teaching of content subjects as opposed to teaching the language in the language and stuff like that. I mean, and no major international publisher is going to invest heavily in translating New York Times bestsellers into Easy Cosa or something like that.
In a simulation, you will be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So let's hide the yoke for now.
Hide it. Just
Some instruments allow multiple interactions. For example, rotating a dial clockwise or counterclockwise. In these cases, you need to lock the cursor onto them in order to interact.
I have no idea whether it's available on the Xbox.
what?
I have neither a current box nor an Xbox.
Le game mnandi kakhulu buka-ke ukuthi lapha kwi propeller niyabona ukuthi kune dust kwi propeller. Hey, le game mnandi. Buka yonke le nto ngiyakwazi ukuyibamba ngishintshe yonke le nto buka-ke. Nazo awu yonke le nto. Ya ngithi phezulu. Ayayaya. Lo angikwazi ukushintsha le speed isivinini. Naso okay. Nzima. Yebo. Bethu look. Awu ngiphasile.
Welcome. There's somebody in his chat called Kissinger.
Ngiyakwazi ukusebenzisa i-camera nazo. Sengiphasile.
Wamukelekile,
i-matric lami.
Kissinger.
Awu ngishayile i-matric. Nazo. Training menu. Asiqhubeke-ke sifunde nje ukuthi kushayelwe ngithini? Ushayela imoto. Lo
Shayela.
sizondiza.
I mean, like, he does a really good job with, like, using his hands to help explain these things as well. Shayela.
Kuhle. Yeah, kumnandi le game impela mfethu look kodwa ya inzima kakhulu le i-flight simulator entsha, a new flight simulator ngoba ku realistic kakhulu yonke into uyayizwa ibhanoy ithi kanje nasoke. And mfethu babu ukisinje igama lakho, your name ngisi ikhona
Igama lakho.
Uhlalaphi, where do you live? Velaphi.
Uhlala. Hlala is to live, right?
Let's get you familiar.
See, one of the ways, like, Bantu languages, which is a huge, like, geographically extremely widespread language family in Africa, they front load their words. So, like, pretty much all the most important information is like tacked onto the beginning of the word.
Here with the aircraft, a Cessna 152, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies.
Like, so, Uguhlala is to live, but then you add ngi at the beginning and it's I live. Ngihlala. Or, you know, Uhlala, you or he or she or something like that. And it just, I mean, there are like suffixes and stuff too.
Yoke. Isingisi, English. Mina ngazi anda. Uma uzovula uvula anda kuba ne yoke phakathi. Angazi manje steering sibizwa nge yoke. Hayibo, isingisi, English. Ulimi lo. Lunzima kakhulu. Hey, isingisi.
Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and
A technical term for what? Oh, yes.
draft into turns.
What?
Pull the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
Oh, there's a truck you can run. Every time I see like an airfield, in a game, it looks like GTA 5 to me.
Okay.
Now, the difference between the yoke and the steering wheel is you can pull.
So I'm sitting here like, okay, we could run into that truck.
Controls the elevator in the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend.
Nazog. Okay.
The horizontal
I go.
stabilizer while you pull on the yoke
So manje, okay. So manje is
I have a great uncle who's a flight instructor. I mean, yeah, he's actually still he's like 90 now and he's still flying.
steering. Steering uma ngishayela imoto angikwazi ukudonsa noma ukudusha steering. Kodwa la mangishayela ibhanoyi ngiyakwazi ukudonsa. Uma ngidonsa ibhanoyi lizokhuphuka. Uma ngidusha ibhanoyi lizo.
He like learned to fly in the Army Air Corps in World War II, but he started too late to actually, so he never actually ended up leaving the U.S. because the war was over too soon. And so since then, he's just been like a flight instructor in Wisconsin for a very long time. I thought you were talking about a term that deals with the sort of economic situation where if a country were to like promote their local indigenous culture, it would be deleterious to their global economic situation. Yeah, I mean, there is like left branching, although that generally, I mean, this isn't exactly left branching because actually isiZulu is right branching. Like, isiZulu puts like adjectives and things like that after the thing they modify.
Kwehla. Yeah. Nazok. Asiboneke lapha. Up.
Well, yes, exactly. I thought you were like hinting around at imperialism.
Yeah. Okay, sizokhuluma later. Okay.
Down at your feet are the rudder pedals.
Oh.
They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes.
Manje.
In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to
Skipping ahead because he listens to her talk a lot.
three hands, similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals. And the long, thin one, 10.
Okay.
Enjoy the view as instructor. Okay, sibheke nje ukuthi siyaphi. Okay, sizothinta phansi, land laphayana. Ngathi ngikhumbule ama controls. Hey, leg game. Buka yonke le detail kune dust. Oh gosh.
I mean, the
Kune
thing
dust.
about, because there hasn't been a whole lot of like translate a lot. There's a lot of anglicisms that end up in isiZulu. Like, I mean, the book that I first started learning it from says a lot of the time people will just go over, when they're talking about prices or things like that, they will just use English numbers.
Iwindi le line dust kancane. Niyabona? Yebo cha. Asibheke lapha ukuthi okay, nayi throttle ngiyakhumbula ukuthi
Ngiyakhumbula?
ikuphi. Oh. Hayibo. Instructor, iyandiza. Iphi konje?
We
How?
already talked about basic control
Can you open the window?
on the ground. Time to see how it all feels in the air. The aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude. The position it should be in for regular flight. Alright, now let's try making it to a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go first.
It's confusing. My chat and his chat are in the
Yes,
same place.
siyajika. Oh. Forgetfulness. Sawubona. Sawubona impela. Ebuka sesiyajika. Mina ngiyesaba. Awu.
As a general
This actually reminds me of a great story. Baba Morris was our helped in the garden back in Durban, and our family got my uncle and aunt got a dog from Cape Town. Thiwani konje? Bull terrier or something. So bathenga inja. Thina sasihlala eThekwini, inja yahlala e-Cape Town. So manje ukuze
Ekapa.
inja isuke e-Cape Town ifike eThekwini, inja yangena
Eteguini is Durban.
kwibhanoyi, inja nje yangena kwibhanoyi yasuka eCape Town yandiza yaze yafika eThekwini eDurban. And uBabu Morris, our gardener, hey, wayethukuthele, was angry. Hey, wayedumala nje. Wathi hawu, inja iyakwazi ukungena ebhanoyi. uBabu Morris, kodwa uBabu Morris yena said, mina Babu Morris angikaze, I've never been kwebhanoyi, kodwa inja yazi yangena ebhanoyini before me, ngaphambi kwami. Aw, so sahleka nje uBabu Morris. Ngiyamkhumbula uBabu Morris.
You always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Okay, 30 degrees na ngama degree lawa buka ke.
Go ahead and try rolling to the right.
Go.
You have controls.
Hey, mina nginema control. Hey,
Right.
oh.
City of Sedona.
Turn right. Oh, nice, Sedona. Nice. Okay.
Now do a negative G vertical dive.
I got. Hey, enough.
Excellent.
Excellent. Oh, kuhle kakhulu.
As we're flying towards Sedona, let's try climbing up and down. Gently pull on the yoke to climb. Give it a try.
Yeah, well, KwaZulu was the name of one of the Bantustans in apartheid, and then they just sort of combined it with Natal, which was a separate thing when they started merging the territories back. It's also when they renamed the Mpumalanga and Limpopo, which, if I remember correctly, were like Transvaal and Cisvaal, or something like that.
Oh, gently won't you? Oh, for 5 seconds. Ngithi up. Okay. Oh,
That's good.
it's good. Usho.
It's
Wait.
the same principle, except you're pushing on the yoke.
Okay.
Gently pitch down.
It's it. Hands.
That explains it. I had kind of wondered how it ends up with a very romance-sounding name when... But then, yeah, of course, because, I mean, that's, I'm guessing, also how they end up speaking Portuguese in Mozambique, which is on the same side of Africa. Of course.
Siganwane. Yo. Yay.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Si-
Time to
Uge
find the airport
futhi.
again. Look around, and when you found it, make a turn in that direction.
If you can't find it, just land in any old convenience store. See if you can land on top of a 7-Eleven. Make an entrance.
Okay. Nayi airport. Kufanele sijike ngakwesokudla. Yeah, forgotten forgetfulness. Ubani igama lakho?
Ubani igama
Lesingisi
lakho.
noma lesizulu sawubona nawe. Uhlalaphi, uvelaphi?
Yeah.
Mina.
Or as an
ngihlala
adjective, just
Da
natal.
Nang, eVietnam. Kude kakhulu. Ngivela eningizimu eThekwini. Nayi airport. Hayibo, buka-ke.
Erica's contributions to chat are always informative.
Yinhle le game. Yinhle kakhulu. Hawu.
Make sure any control movements are soft and gentle.
Ngiyazama
Now that you're
impela.
more familiar with the aircraft and the surroundings, the next step is to go deeper into handling and techniques. Soon enough, you'll be able to enjoy trips all on your own.
Hayibo.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm not very knowledgeable in Isizulu at all. Okay, I'm gonna drop this channel, this video into a new channel that I'm gonna create over at the Discord Zulu resources, and we're gonna. Oh, I try. I'm glad. I'm gonna try another one. This is this is The Sims in Norwegian. How did it get its name? Oh, here we go. This is a Geoguessr tutorial in German.
Moin zusammen, mein Name ist Lenny und herzlich willkommen zu einem kleinen Geoguessr-Tutorial.
Okay, let's see. What have we got in the world of subtitles? German auto-generated. See, the reason this stuff can be really good is that you're doing the thing and talking about the thing.
Ich bin Geoguessr-Profispieler und habe beim ersten World Cup mitgespielt und die Top 8 da geholt. Also, falls ihr mich nicht kennt, das sind meine Referenzen. Genau. Heute gibt es ein kleines Tutorial über Roadlines. Straßenlinien. Denn meiner Meinung nach einer der besten Tipps für Anfänger sind auf jeden Fall die Straßenlinien. Also das Tutorial hier ist eher an Anfänger gerichtet, aber vielleicht kann sich auch der ein oder andere Profi noch den einen oder anderen Trick hierbei abschauen. Gut, Straßenlinien, dabei geht es geht einmal um Außenlinien, einmal um die Mittellinien. Und da kann man sehr
Außenlinien, Mittellinien. Interessant.
Wollen wir zuerst einmal schauen.
So, okay, so this is going to be about I guess identifying the lines that are drawn on streets. Okay, I'm curious. Because that's like something I sort of notice, but don't really notice.
Dann so generell als Regel gilt. Generell hast du meistens in Europa weiße Mittellinien. In Nord- und Südamerika hast du generell gelbe Mittellinien. Das kann man schon mal so als generelle Regel sehen, aber da gibt es auch einige Ausnahmen zu und da kommen wir später hin. Also normal Europa weiß, Amerika immer gelbe Mittellinien. Generell in Asien, in Afrika.
Ja, das stimmt aber nicht ganz. He's saying in North America you generally have yellow center lines, and it's like that's true to some extent. You definitely see yellow center lines, but you also see white center lines in the US. And I have never, if there's any specific reason for that other than like whatever paint they decided to just use in a particular place, I don't know about it, but I know there are white center lines as well.
Da ist das Ganze deutlich gemixter, da kann man das nicht mehr so einfach sagen. Deswegen, aber diese zwei Regeln kann man sich so ungefähr merken, wenn man wirklich Anfänger ist im Spiel. Australien hat eigentlich immer weiße Linien, das ist auch hilfreich. Und genau, in Südafrika kommen wir später.
Copy video. I'm gonna just drop this over in German resources. Do I not have German? I do. Of course I have German resources. There we go. Also, ihm zufolge sind die Mittellinien in Europa immer weiß.
Später dazu.
Und
genau,
ich glaube, das stimmt ja auch. Ich glaube, ich habe noch nie in Europa irgendwelche gelben Mittellinien gesehen.
Americas anfangen. Wie ich bereits gesagt habe, die meisten Länder in den Americas haben im Normalfall gelbe Mittellinien. Hier sehen wir eine doppelgelbe in den USA. Hier sehen wir eine einzelne gelbe in Kanada. Es gibt beides in beiden Ländern, Einzelgelb oder Doppelgelb. Allerdings ist die Einzelgelbe etwas häufiger in Kanada. Also das kann man als...
Yes, which has to do with the fact that Canada has more roads that are in the middle of nowhere.
Hinweis nehmen, allerdings würde ich das jetzt nicht für bare Münze nehmen. Zum Beispiel in der Provinz Nova Scotia in Kanada sind Doppelgelbe wieder sehr, sehr häufig und du findest fast nie Einzelgelbe. Genau, aber tendenziell in Kanada sind Einzelgelbe etwas häufiger als in den USA. In Mexiko Ist natürlich landschaftlich ganz anders, aber in Mexiko sind Einzelgelbe auch sehr, sehr häufig. Genau. Und wir haben zum Beispiel in Kolumbien haben wir auch gelbe Mittellinien, in Ecuador auch gelb, in Peru auch gelb, in Bolivien auch gelb, Brasilien, Argentinien, also alle diese Länder können gelbe Mittellinien haben, jetzt egal ob einzeln oder doppelt. Das ist auf jeden Fall gemischt hier in diesen Ländern, das kann beides vorkommen und ist nicht wirklich...
Okay, this is... Okay. Quite interesting. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's about whether you can overtake or not.
In Südamerika nicht wirklich sinnvoll, um sie zu unterscheiden. Genau.
Oh, yeah, here, let me drop that in chat. It's Lagan. I will, just so you have the exact right spelling. I believe it's on Netflix. If not, there is a certain maritime website that will almost certainly have it. And it actually, one of the actors in it was also in the L Word. Actually, like the female romantic lead in Lagan was also in the L Word.
Genau. Allerdings gibt es eine Ausnahme, ein Land in Südamerika.
Chile, ja. Die dauerhafte Ausnahme.
Gelbe Mittellinien. Und das ist nämlich Chile. Chile hat fast immer weiße Mittellinien. Also ungefähr so, wie du es in Europa finden würdest. Allerdings gibt es auch dazu Ausnahmen. In manchen Nationalparks in Chile, wie zum Beispiel, ich glaube, dem hier. Genau. In manchen Nationalparks in Chile gibt es komplett gelbe Straßenmarkierungen. Das hier, wenn man das hier sieht, 3 gelbe Linien, dann kann man schon mal sagen, man ist eigentlich, wenn man weiß, man ist in Südamerika, ist das nur noch Chile. Also wenn alles gelb ist oder alles weiß ist.
Okay. So that is one example. I've got a couple here. This is... This is Geoguessr in Thai. Not done anything with Thai in on this stream. That is also a language I've always kind of wanted to learn properly. Yeah, the soundtrack absolutely rocks. And it's Amir Khan, who is, like, probably my favorite Bollywood actor. I always enjoy him.
กินกันไม่ลงคู่ชิงแข่งยังครับกำลังแข่งครับผมนี่ฮะคู่ชิงฮะโหมด moving เกมที่1แล้วบลิงกี้ฮะถนัด moving มากฮะส่วน MK ถนัดเหมือนกันครับผมถนัดกดเร็วตัดเวลาคนอื่นฮะmoving รอบที่1เฮ้ยคุณเหมือนเคยเจอที่ไหนบรรจงวัสดุก่อสร้างฮะแชทฮะจังหวัดอะไรครับผมโอ้โหผมว่าแชทรู้แล้วเฮ้ยบิงกี้เขาเล่นแบบปิดเสียงด้วย MK เฮ้ย MK ซูมไปไหนอะลำพูนอ้าวแล้วบิงกี้พี่แกซูมไปชลบุรีฮะจังหวัดนี้จันทบุรีฮะอาจจะลำพูนหรือจันทบุรีภาคตะวันออกหรือภาคเหนือตอนนี้
Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Hope to see you tonight where we're for our filth dragging stream.
กิโลเมตร 3199 แล้วโอ้การครับผมบลิงกี้ฮะใกล้กว่าฮะมีใครตอบการไหมฮะเฮ้ยมีคนตอบการด้วยอ่ะเอาละผมว่า 5K ผมว่าปีหน้าไปแข่งแล้วใครตอบการนะ
Okay, I should say, I mean, as somebody who has basically no Thai, I mean, apart from like Sawatika, so far I'm not.
มาครับผมต่อมารอบที่2เฮ้ย
Don't know if this is necessarily the best for beginners.
ปกติพี่แกเดินเร็วมากรอบนี้พี่แก
Mexicali.
พี่แกดูรอบๆแล้วโอ้โห
Oh, enjoy.
Zdarek Parek, Honzaro.
And there's a this is a Czech Geoguessr channel.
Uda, Tomáš Koláč, další video.
Sample text. It's sample text.
Dneska si s Tomášem, protože je to bakalář, zahrajeme hru Geoguessr, která je celá jenom o tom, že vás umístí na náhodnou lokaci na Google mapách a vy musíte uhodnout, kde to je.
OK, a dá ti to aspoň jako hint, že třeba je to někde v Americe, nebo
Ne.
si to musíš vybrat úplně celý?
Je to úplně náhodný.
Gonna skip in and get actually to some of the gameplay, because the key is, again, it's this combination of seeing and hearing.
Fotbalové hřiště tam je.
Fotbalové hřiště.
Divný paneláky, které se rozpadají, jsou tam taky.
A nemůže to být spíš jako Balkán?
No, takhle. Může to být i Balkán svým způsobem. Jako zase ten minaret by tomu trošku jako možná napovídal. Yunus, Emre,
To je Řecko.
Jami, Turkey. That's
To je
Turkey.
Řecko.
To ne, to by neměli latinkou, ne? Napsaný.
Yunus.
To by měli v Cyrilici. Co oni používají Cyrilici?
Jo, používají něco jiného. Jako to, že tam
Turecký.
se budeme hýbat, je možná trošku cheating, protože můžeme najít nápisy. Ale...
No tak tohle nám teda úplně nepomohlo, co si budeme?
Ne, jako
No
takhle, já bych
subtitles, which is a bit of a drawback.
typoval,
Like
že
no
prostě
Czech
tam-
or
ale
English
podle
subs.
No zase jako SPZky bych nečekal.
Ne, SPZky ne, ty jsou zacenzurovaný, to je v pohodě. Ale to je Fia... Ty vole, to jako...
Nějaký Balkán to bude, no, nebo podle mě Rumunsko nebo Balkán.
Rumunsko nebo Balkán.
Nějaká
100%.
Černá hora.
No ne, ale to by klidně mohlo být to. Tohle vypadá, jako všimni si, že tady jsou jako třeba 4 auta, které jsou úplně stejný.
No, jasně,
na jednom místě, to je prostě nějaká
Úplně
malá
stejný.
lokální produkce tady těch aut a to byla nějaká jako jugoslávská země.
No, jasně.
Měla tady ty věci. Je tam Fiat, tohle z toho. Jako...
Pojď se podívej na ty baráky.
To bude Balkán
To
někde.
musí být, no.
Ale kde?
Nevím, pojedeš tam.
FS, yeah, they're in Turkey. They think it's in the Balkans. That's
Pira, kámo. Okay.
Balkan, není Balkan, to je
Pira.
Turkie.
Kdyby mohli říkat pivu, tam je nějaký přehláskování, nebo co tam je?
Ne, jenom Bira.
Ještě kousek.
FS, it's
Je tam
Turkish
nějaká
beer.
tečka nad tím jenom.
Bira. Jako dobrá otázka.
Good question, he says.
To vypadá jako Fiat starý, nebo něco v té licenci podle těch světel, ale podle mě to bude něco takového. Je tady spoustu Fiatů, jo.
Old
Spoustu Fiatů
Fiats.
A spoustu tady těch starých aut. Já nevím, tady to může být ten zadek klidně jako Dacia stará, ono jak to je, nevím.
Yeah, drop this link in chat. I'm gonna just pop this in. Do we even have Czech resources? I don't think we have Czech resources yet. We're gonna have Czech resources now. And now I'm gonna have to like go back and like alphabetize these again.
A když teď nad tím tak přemýšlím, tak Rumunsko to možná asi nebude.
Jako...
Já se jako nechci čítovat, že bych četl ty nápisy moc, víš?
OK,
Ale jako
to
takhle.
je Turecko.
Turecko, finally!
No, je asi
I
úplně.
když ne, to může být nějaká Albánie, ty vole,
To
nebo
může
něco
být
takovýho.
právě něco takového, to nemusí být
Ale
Turecko.
když zajdeme tady takhle sem,
Pojď někam na Balkán, no.
to teoreticky může být jako tady takhle někde.
Bulhaři taky používají azbuku, že ano?
Jo, Bulhaři používají
Turecko.
azbuku. Jako všichni vidíme, kde jsme. Rumunsko, Srbsko, Černá Hora. Může to být Makedonie třeba, kámo?
Ty
Ne.
mají taky to... Makedonci taky používají nějakou...
They're like convinced that that because of the shite streets and the presence of a minaret, they must be in Bosnia or someplace in the Balkans anyway. And it's like we've got Turkish beer, we got all the signs are in Turkish.
Černá Hora používá taky cyrilici, takže ty to taky nebudou.
Já úplně vidím, jak někoho vytrigrujeme, budeme furt říkat Cyrilice a ona to nebude Cyrilice.
To Bosna a Hercegovina prostě.
No, jako já když nad tím teď tak přemýšlím, mohla by to být třeba Gruzie.
Sarajevo? Ne.
Ne, počkej, ty mají takový to klikatý písmo, že jo, divný.
No.
Takový ty zatáčky.
Pojďme to někam plácnout. Já, ale pořád, jako můžeme se ještě trošku projet. Je tam vliv Itálie, protože tam jsou Fiaty. To je jasný.
Jako,
Alendar
já
Sokak.
nevím, no, ten nápis jako působí trošku
Výpad,
turecky, ale já bych
či
se bál,
výpadne
že-
to
tak ještě
jak
možná nějaký-
bosanský.
Zkus něco,
Jako bude tam podle mě teplo.
já nevím, tak zkus to plácnout někde na
A
tom
jsou tam
Balkáně.
hory. Tak kam, řekni Tomáši. Máme zrovna první věc a je to takhle těžký, to se mi vůbec nelíbí.
Tak zkus to plácnout do té Albánie třeba, já nevím.
Albania? You already said Turkey. Well, okay. And now we're going to switch over. See what Kevin and Lisa are getting up to. Oh, cool. Oh, that sounds like okay. That sounds like a fun one. Got a couple of videos that invite us to stop learning complete garbage.
Moin zusammen, mein Name ist Landy und
Let's. Hey, why not have a look at that? French resources. Oh, and I'm so remiss at following. Oh, wait a second. Okay, fake grammar rules. Where did you say you put this? I did not even notice that there were messages in here. Oh, here we go. Victoria 3 mods. Yeah, let's check this out.
Du coup, ce qu'on pourrait faire...
Okay, gonna check. Oh no, not playback speed. I wanted subs. What do we got in the world of subs? French. Okay, cool.
c'est partir sur l'anarchie. Alors l'anarchie, c'est un problème, c'est que ça retire complètement l'autorité. Enfin, en gros, là, on est un peu l'esprit du jeu et on possède des numéros pour avoir de l'autorité et puis les placer un petit peu où on veut. Là, pour le coup, il y aura plus en fait vraiment de décision d'esprit. C'est un peu le truc qui part un peu en mode autogéré. Et il y aura, par contre, un truc intéressant, beaucoup moins de poids politique par rapport aux richesses. Et chaque personne a un poids politique. La dernière. Mais en tout cas, on va essayer de passer sur l'anarchisme. Et puis voir ce que ça engendre. Je pense que les monarchistes ne vont pas être contents du tout. C'est les femmes qui sont révoltées. D'abord le vote des femmes. On peut pas parce qu'il faut d'abord qu'on passe par le suffrage. Parce qu'on est en mode technocratie. Donc on va d'abord passer par ça, suffrage universel. Ensuite on va passer sur le vote des femmes. C'est le bordel.
It's okay, so it's anarchy except the French commune is also occupying North Africa.
Non. En tout
Oh,
cas,
it's because it's the borders of 1903, he said.
c'est
Okay.
un moment assez... Oula, pardon, on se fait détruire par derrière. Et ils arrivent même pas à voir ça. C'est un moment assez fort parce que là, c'est la monarchie qui, pour la première fois, se prend une raclée par les communistes. Bon, du coup, on a réussi à voir...
Oh, wait, okay, so there's also revolutionary Great Britain with...
suffrage universel. Maintenant, on va essayer de passer au suffrage des femmes. Juste derrière, c'est révolution sur révolution. Bon, bah, c'est les monarchistes là qui veulent leur monarchie. Je pense qu'on peut passer à l'attaque. En tout cas, RIP la Grande-Bretagne. Ça va être fini. Plus de monarchie. Je sais même pas s'il y avait un roi, un truc comme ça là. Le roi Augustus d'Hanovre. Bon bah RIP. Là, on a la République britannique qui est sous contrôle des anarchistes et des socialistes. Donc eux, ils ont vraiment un truc assez démocratique. Ils ont pas le truc totalement centralisé. Il y a plus d'autonomie sur les régions. Normal parce qu'ils ont l'Irlande, l'Écosse, le Pays de Galles.
I'm curious about this game now. I've never heard of it.
Ouais, tout bordel. Mais en tout cas, ils ont déjà la collectivisation de l'agriculture et ils ont les coopératives. Nous, de notre côté, on est un petit peu en retard. On a essayé de faire un truc un peu autoritaire, ça n'a pas marché. On est toujours sur une économie de capitalisme. Je pense que c'est la révolte des dockers de 1899 en Angleterre qui a vraiment en fait amené cette révolution communiste là. Après, je sais pas si ça va durer. Et on vient de débloquer du coup le vote pour les femmes. Ça veut dire que là, on peut peut-être se taper une petite guerre civile. À l'ancienne. Pendant 11 mois, du coup, on va essayer d'avoir coopérative. Donc évidemment, ça va faire plaisir aux indépendants, enfin aux socialistes.
This will radicalize the moderate liberals. Neat.
Socialistes indépendants, aux anarchistes, aux communistes.
This will radicalize the market liberals. Oh, even better.
Mais tout le reste, moins 6 minimum, sinon c'est moins 9. C'est-à-dire que là j'ai cliqué, là ça va se barrer en couille en principe, voilà. 123. Et j'espère vraiment l'Empire britannique, enfin en tout cas la commune britannique là, qu'on échange au moins des contrats, que je leur donne une obligation, que je leur file un état ou je sais pas quoi, enfin bref. Bon ça y est, c'est la révolution. C'est la révolution des révolutionnaires. Bon, c'est pas vraiment des révolutionnaires. Ils se révoltent quoi, mais parti unique, état, je sais pas comment on dit, état fasciste en gros, bureaucrate sous hérédité, police secrète. Bon, ils ont quand même des trucs qu'ils ont laissés. Les écoles privées, le privé, en gros c'est Macron quoi le bordel. Tous les dissidents, hop, ça part au cachot, qui est le goulag. Ok, donc on est soutenu par toutes nos colonies / protectorats, etc. Et derrière, on arrive bientôt sur la partie...
Okay, this is interesting. For one thing, I'm just interested in the game. This would be probably pretty good for like, sort of intermediate level French learners who've already got a little bit of vocabulary. It isn't quite so strictly connected between your your visuals and your audio. Thank you for the recommendation, Riveroon. And I mean, that's 2 games I was just from. Well, one I hadn't heard of before. But the other one I keep wanting to try out and keep forgetting to try out.
Welcome to English for...
But now we're going to look at an example of how not to teach English. I'm going to put on my baggy green filth dragging cap.
For everyone, where we practice real-life American English. We're going to learn to avoid some important mistakes, so let's get started. First, this is not correct.
But the company doesn't have enough money, something went bad, everything went down the flames, so they just lay you off.
I mean, okay, he's right that there are some things that are not strictly conventional English, but this is like the most worthless way of actually addressing any of this. First of all, it isn't go down in flames, Kevin. It's go up in flames.
Everything went down the flames. The expression is not go down the flames, went down the flames. This is not the expression. The expression is go down in flames.
No, the expression, unless you're talking about a very hot blowjob, I guess, would be to go up in flames, actually. You go up in flames, Kevin.
We have to use in, not the. So go down in flames in the present, in the past went down in flames. The idea, it was a disaster. It was chaos. It was an epic failure. Everything went down in flames.
Or
Let's practice. What happened?
everyone went down on each other in flames.
Did everything work out okay, or did everything go down in flames?
Wait, and again with these wonderful examples here, like all that is just repeating the thing that people just heard, and also he's also wrong. Like, it's go up in flames, Kevin.
That's right. Everything went down in flames. It was not a success. It was a big failure. This is also not correct.
And if you didn't do something wrong, you're a good employee.
I cannot say you didn't do something wrong.
Yeah, you can say that. A, you just said it, and B, it's a different use case. Now, it's true that in this context you would probably be saying anything. If you say you didn't do something wrong, then you're saying that there was a specific thing that you didn't do wrong. If you say you didn't do anything wrong, that means there was nothing that you did wrong. So you can say both of them, they just mean different things. In this case, she probably means you didn't do anything wrong. But the thing is, this kind of correction is so pointless. It is not, nobody learns this way. This is not how people learn grammar. This is not how people learn usage. People learn usage from watching usage happen. I mean, and this is the thing, the reason I like to drag this channel for filth also is that it's so fucking petty. All they ever do is find, like, non-native speaking English language creators and nitpick the hell out of their speech.
When I use the negative didn't, I have to use anything. It's correct to say you didn't do anything wrong. I cannot say you didn't do something wrong.
I don't know if I've seen them complain about double negatives, but it would be on brand.
We have to use anything in this case. Example, she's innocent. She didn't do anything wrong. Let's practice.
Oh, then why she's got that sort of shifty look on her face?
Is she innocent? Did she do anything wrong?
No, she's guilty.
That's right, she's innocent. She didn't do anything wrong. If it's positive, I say something. He did something wrong. If it's a question, I can say, did he do anything wrong?
Well, you can also say, did he do something wrong? It's not... That's the thing. This is more complicated than that. Because something... You can use... you can say, did he do something wrong? And again, it's referring to a specific thing. You could also say, did he do anything wrong? And actually, that sort of means... That's almost... As a question, it's almost the same thing. That ends up being a very narrow distinction.
Or I can say, did he do something wrong? And if it's negative, I have to use anything. He didn't do anything wrong.
Oh.
Or I can say, he did nothing wrong. It's very confusing, so keep watching until the end of this video.
It's very confusing, especially when you're not quite right about it.
For a complete explanation, and to practice more. And this is also not correct.
If you did something wrong, or you're not capable to do the job in this company, the company can fire you.
You're not capable to do the job?
I mean, no. Like, and the thing, okay, the thing about this is also, they're always using people's off-the-cuff speech. As not necessarily the really scripted speech, but they're like off-the-cuff speech. And why not just actually just do something that isn't like constantly just nitpicking the speech of non-native speakers and then like getting it right 50% of the time?
It's correct to say you're not capable of doing a job. Using two.
For example,
strange. It doesn't.
Kevin is not capable of teaching English, at least judging from these videos.
Sound right.
I don't know, maybe he is perfectly capable and he's just like keeping it a secret.
Of. That's much better. Example. He's not capable of doing it by himself. He cannot do it. He doesn't have the ability. He's not able to do it by himself. Or he's not capable of doing it.
He is not capable of going down in flames. He likes a cool environment for that.
Let's practice. Is he able to do it by himself?
It depends on what it is.
Okay, it is now time to wrap it up. And for me to start thinking about dinner foods. Thank you to everyone who joined in. It's always good to see you. Thank you to Badger for the contribution as well. That was much appreciated. Will be a big help. Always is. And I will be back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. US Eastern Time. And we will do some more Geoguessr and some more looking at language learning resources. Ones that do suck and don't suck. We'll get the entire spectrum of, like, from positive sucking to negative sucking in there. All sorts of interesting stuff, hopefully. And I look forward to seeing you then. Have a good night, and see you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the stream.